Well, Peter, I think this brings us back again. Um,
Yes.
we are officially live. We like doing it live. I want to be, I've kind of got goosebumps here, Pete. Um, I'm a little off my game. It's a big show tonight, but let's start from the beginning. And I want to welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in tonight live for our special guest. We are spreading awareness tonight and we are talking autism. We're going to focus on the ASD crawl. This is near and dear to my heart. I'm super excited for tonight's show. But my name is Mike, and I want to officially welcome you to the Rad Show. Here with my good friend Peter. Take it away.
Hey, Mike. Good to see you. Another Saturday night. It's like the oldie song. Another Saturday night. Back, back talking RC, and very excited for our guest tonight. I'm very glad he, was able to join us. And the cause of the event. Been following it. Treal's one of the sponsors. Working with Jeff Ramos and Oscar. Just a great event. Heard great things about it. I definitely on our bucket list. I definitely want to get out there to see the event live. Excited that he's coming on, and like always, a lot going on in the RC world, and without our sponsors, I mean, like we say every week, we like to thank our sponsors for making this show happen. We were just talking about our growth and where we started with the Facebook Live and where we've become and where we're going, and without the sponsors, we probably wouldn't be doing this show. So 2.4 Designs, RC Car Action, Carryallrc, Treal Hobbies, RC Prorack, Crazy Crawler Foam, Powerhobby, CowRc, Adventure RC, Crawler Cult RC, KNK, Scale Rat, Wesmade, RC Misfits, Race Place Hobbies, FMS, and Rebel RC. Thank you to all the sponsors that help give us content throughout the week, give us inspiration for the show. And Mike, hitting golf, and now you're RCing, man. You're all over the map here.
Well, yeah, Pete, it's been about 10 years. I think I was with my old golf partner today. He hit me up with this like deal that I couldn't turn down. He's like, "Hey, I need a warm body tomorrow. So you want to do it?" And I'm like, "You know what? Absolutely. I do. That sounds like a great time." But yeah, a little rusty. It's been a long time since I swung a golf club, but it was also refreshing. The weather was great, and just a good time to take a break from RC for 4 hours and get outside there in the fresh air and swing and hit that little white ball around. I probably hit the white ball more times than you're supposed to, but um, we survived. We had a great time. And now we're back again. I look forward to this each week, Pete. Probably Tuesday, Wednesday of the week, I start to get jitters, and the excitement starts to build when we talk to the guest. And I obviously super excited for this week.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'm excited to bring on our guest. We got Size Matters who just joined in. What's up, buddy? And yeah, I mean, to learn more about the crawl and the inspiration behind it, and yeah, I'm excited to hear it. And I know you got some stuff to announce as far as giveaways and codes, and so I'll let you handle that, and then we'll bring our guest in.
Well, yeah, good point, Pete. We're going to encourage everyone to bear with us as we sort through the most efficient and effective way to share with you a chance to win fairly. But we do have sponsors that have donated prizes, and we want to be able to share them with you. So stick around to the end of the show after Oscar leaves us, and we'll go over the details and the know-how of how to properly enter this week, or yeah, this round. We are playing for the new budget friendly new Powerhobby servo. A very reasonable price. I think it's coming in around $30. And if you got to see the specs on this, we'll get in more detail about it. And also, something very exciting happened this week, Pete, that you're familiar with. Rebel RC also shared a very good promo code that we will share with everyone that stuck around to the very end. We will share with you the promo code for Rebel RC. And if you already own a Rebel, don't stress. It's good for everything on the website at Rebel. So a decent promo code for your upgrades, for your current Rebel, or if you don't own a Rebel Con yet, use the promo code and get yourself a Rebel Con.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I think there's a lot of people that can take advantage of that, definitely a good, thank you, Rebel, Jeff, Johns, for providing that. That's awesome. And, all right, well, I'm excited for the guest. You want to bring him on?
Yeah. Like you said, Pete, before we bring him in here, we'll bring him right in here in a second. Obviously, the announcement's been out there and been shared around. It is no secret who it is. But we'll just say anything to do with autism and spreading awareness. It's been a great cause, and it's been a mission, a personal mission of mine for a very long time. And I think when I had the opportunity to go out to Proline by the Fire, the first time going out to California, um, that was exciting enough. But being able to see this crew, the ASD gang, these guys have an edge. They know how to spread awareness and make it look cool. Um, they are a gang doing it with a smile and making autism cool. They are doing it right. Not only now, we'll give Oscar a chance to tell his backstory and a little bit more what they're working on, but the appropriate time was to bring him on this week with the excitement building for the ASD Crawl. That's the big event happening. It's right around the corner, so we thought it'd be a good chance to maybe come in and talk about some of the behind the scenes and build some excitement for the ASD Crawl. I obviously, yeah, Pete, you and I have talked many times. It's on our bucket list, and it's something we need to be a part of. The support and the sponsors that they get. Good stuff. And I guess we'll also have a chance to talk something about Redcat. There's a reason I put the Impala behind me tonight, kind of a nod to my boy. But yeah, Pete, let's bring on Oscar. I want to give him an opportunity to say hello, introduce himself, and let's just hang out and have some fun.
Yeah, and what we're about, having fun. And there he
What's
is.
going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, mammals, cats, dogs, anything in between? What's up, family? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Good to see you.
Man, I love it, man. Thank you guys so much for having me, man. It's a blessing. It's an honor. Anytime anyone wants to hang out and talk RCs, past the work hours and past the norm, it's like, yeah, hell yeah, let's do it.
Well, you're no stranger to YouTube, Facebook. You make this look easy.
Dang, we must be doing something right.
Yeah, you've got it nailed. Your people follow you. You've got tremendous support on all levels. Personally, with the ASD Crawl, but I can't thank you enough for what you guys do for autism. It's that simple.
Hey, man, first and foremost, there's no individual, in the ASD Crawlers crew, and we call ourselves a squad. We're family, and we've nitpicked each other over the years on purpose for a reason, and we couldn't do or accomplish anything without having each other's backs and getting through anything that comes up, and every growing pain with the events that we've been able to host, thankfully. I'm nothing without them, and I love my brothers to death, and because of that camaraderie, this is an easy thing to do for all of us. It doesn't feel like work when we do it. It does at times, don't get me wrong, a lot of times, but it definitely, there's a silver lining in it, when you get to hang out with, some of the coolest people in RC.
Yeah.
Now you've relocated, correct? Like when ASD Crawl started, you were Cali, correct? And now, has that made any issues logistically? Has it caused any problems?
So, I grew up in the Bay Area, born and raised in East Oakland, and we essentially grew the the ASD lifestyle there within the Bay Area, so yeah, to come up to the crew and be like, hey guys, I'm moving to Arizona. It was kind of like, what? Like, you want to go hang out in the devil's armpit? Like, get out of here, bro. But it really it was a change that I think me and my family needed. It was a good change mentally. I love the Bay, but man, it's just the intensity of driving an hour and a half, 2 hours each way, and the majority of the time is in traffic. I mean, just over time, I'm just like, you know what, I needed a change, and we did it. Now, logistically speaking, we were all afraid, and how would this change things? And at the beginning, we moved in the middle of the pandemic, so during that time, we weren't seeing each other anyways, which is when we started the RC Hangout. Because that was a way to all of us see each other weekly and hang out all the time. And now we've been lazy. We got families, are growing, jobs are changing, more responsibilities are coming for a lot of us in different ways and realms. And because of that, a lot of things, the simple things kind of fall to the wayside. But there's no doubt about it. Every time we meet back up anywhere, it's just like right where we started, we've made it work. I travel from here. I take a trailer from here to the event. I pack up my family so we can go, and it's where I spend my vacation time. I burn my vacation time on this event, just like Brandon does, and Jeff and Eric and our amazing wives that support us, nonstop in all of our shenanigans, But yeah, logistically speaking, it's been a challenge, but it's been a blessing in many ways at the same time.
I love how you call it a squad. You're not taking credit as an individual. It is very important to recognize everybody that does what you guys do so well. And ASD Crawler, the event that you guys run, is its own headliner now. But it's so cool to see you guys at a Pro Line by the Fire, for example. You guys at these other events now are kind of a showpiece alone. People want to see the sideshow that, what's the ASD squad doing now?
So,
and that's kind of cool. I mean, especially at Pro Line by the Fire, for example, you guys are off doing your own little thing, and people want to come over and be around it.
It's we have a saying, and Brandon and I when we did this from the beginning, and I came with them with a harebrained idea to start a group. And I'll tell you exactly how it all, the event started here in a little bit, but nonetheless, we have a saying that has developed. And the saying is, it's all inclusive, non-exclusive. Yes, we may be different, but we're not less. We're all ASD warriors, but the reality is there's no single person above the cause. The cause is number one, and anyone that we've brought into the family has catered to that same mentality. And so when we go out and we do things, and we're goofballs, Eric is a character, and he's got a fast tongue, and he will make you giggle to your tummy pops. Then you have Jeff and Brandon and myself, and all of us, we all bring something to the table when we're having a good time, that when you crawl with us, it's like you're one of us. Let's have a good time. And we like to include everyone. We like everyone to feel included. Even those that can't should be included.
That is a powerful statement. And they often say actions speak louder than words. And what's cool about you, Oscar, is it's no BS. You get what you get with you, and that means a lot. You have for all of you guys, and as individuals, you all are your own, and that's what makes it cool as a group. So fantastic stuff, and I love.
Until you said that, I never thought about it this way, but we're like the Power Rangers, the RC, right?
Yes.
We're all individually but at the same time, we're like,
together.
I'm gonna catch so much trash on that, guys. I'm telling you. Oh man.
Yeah, we got Brandon sending comments in right
Oh,
now. So you
yeah.
got some of your squad in there.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
Yes, sir, man. Man, I love these guys, man. So
Like
you know,
you said, with Jeff Ramos and Eric Sereno, I mean, Brandon, the whole crew, you guys are just phenomenal. And obviously with the ASD crawl right around the corner, it is a perfect opportunity to get some local people. I don't know if we're going to get anybody to book a last minute plane ticket, but I'm hoping if there's somebody on the fence that's thinking about it, this is an event. A good friend of ours, Judd Rummage, he
I
talks.
love Judd.
Judd
Judd's the man.
talks. Yeah, he really got me some goosebumps. I mean, he was saying so many good things about the event and really was pushing for me to come. Like, dude,
Bro,
come on out here,
you need
stay
to.
at my house.
Yeah.
I'll pick you up at the airport. Like, he was not taking a no for an answer. He really, he's trying to help grow the event also. So
Dude, Judd's been amazing. And I don't know if you know this, but even the image behind me that's Judd's work.
Oh no, I did not know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and I wish I could show you the other side of it, but there's so much cool stuff going on, and Judd's been a huge help. He's been a huge supporter of ours for many years, and we have just finally been able to collaborate with him on the event, you know, in ways that, you know, he's been able to see where he's been able to help us out, and especially in the digital side of the world, because he's got a mind that works so differently and so amazing in itself. And man, I'm excited. I don't know if you guys will get to this, but you know, on our website we have swag that we're going to be selling. Our t-shirt's going to have, you know, this logo on it, and it's going to have, you know, all of our sponsors on the back. We are offering shipping as well, so you know, if you guys want to or get something from the event that maybe, you know, you can't because you can't come, hey, you know, anything that sells on the website is just a you know, penny in the bucket to help the funds that we donate at the end of the year, you know.
Absolutely, for a great cause. And you nailed it right on the head. I didn't know that Judd actually did the artwork for you, but the one cool thing about the ASD crawler, the event, and you guys individually, is your artwork. Year after year, it has such a cool vibe. It sets the tone or the theme for the event. You really, if that's always Judd behind it.
No, so this year is the first year we're working with Judd on it, and previously it's been a collaboration of some really, you know, talented, you know, friends that are very amateurish, you know. And then before that, it's always been Brandon and I. So the first 3 years, it's just been Brandon and I's designs. And the first T-shirt that we had at the event, the first ASD, AAC is what we call it, you know, or Apple Charlie, right? Autism. What is it? Oh God, now I'm messing myself up. Autism Awareness RC Crawl. So we just call it the AAC, right? And that shirt had ASD Crawlers on the back, and it looked like just a script. That's my actual handwriting, you know. So you know, like that's how grassroots are, you know, this goes. We started in 2016, you know, and one day I'm like, hey, you know, well, first and foremost, you know, if you mind, let me kind of tell you a little bit about why ASD Crawlers came to be. You know, I'm a father of 3 boys. 2 of them are autistic. They're on the spectrum. And they went through a series of programs that really helped them with early intervention. They've progressed to being really high functioning at this point, and not every case is going to be the same. So don't say that just because they went through that's, you know, they succeeded, you know. No, I mean, the early intervention worked really well for them. They both took really well to it, and it made me a firm believer of what should be in the future and helping, right? And these organizations that offer these early intervention programs, they're nonprofits. So there's, you know, they're relying on donations, they're relying on grants to be able to keep these kids getting the proper attention that they need to give them a fighting chance, you know, going into elementary school, you know. And so my wife, working in the field, she's a behavior analyst at BCBA, and she works many years with one-on-one with children with special needs, and as well as some adults. And I saw her doing so much with it. And I saw her helping so many people that I kind of thought to myself, like, crap, I need to do something, like I want to do something. I need to get my kids involved, and during this time I got back into the hobby of RC after taking a hiatus for 8 or 9 years, like we all do around that time when we start working, and then come back to it. And crawling was my thing, and I loved watching crawling videos. And so I started taking my kids out, and it was really, it was off. You take an autistic child with you. It wasn't the easiest thing to navigate through, especially with a lot of people that had no knowledge or recollection of what it is or understanding of what it is. So people would start asking me questions and I would start answering them. And so, things started clicking in my brain, during this time, the Betancourts, God bless their hearts, and the Duartes, the whole family was running Crawl for a Cure, out of Northern California for many years prior, about 4 years prior. And so they had their cause and they were really, really successful at it. So I thought, I think I should open up a support group for dads and parents that have children with special needs to come out, enjoy the RC hobby, get them involved, and it'll be, all inclusive, right? We'll bring extra trucks so their kids can try it out. And maybe if it's something they like, then they can, at that point, decide if they want to spend on buying something. That went on for a little bit. And, I had Brandon, behind me since day one. He was a part of that. I brought him the idea and he was like, dude, let's do this. I'm down. I got your back, brother. No doubt. And so we did it and it grew from there. And we had a few little get-togethers with like 20 people there and so on. And so our goal was to always have these mini support groups, mini support sessions, right? And one night I told Brandon, maybe about 6 months after this, and I said, hey, dude, I want to host an event. And he's like, what do you mean? He was like, I'm going to do an event. I want to do an Autism Awareness event. And like, I think we can do it, bro. Like, I know it's off key. And he's like, bro, this is like 11 o'clock at night. Brandon's like, bro, all right, dude, man, we'll talk about it in the morning. We'll see what we can do. Don't worry about it. I was like, all right, cool. Hang up with them. Bro, I got to work. I didn't sleep that night. I created an event page. I emailed everyone I knew in the RC hobby. And this was the most grassroots, the biggest scale grassroots event I think I've ever experienced in my life, where I reached out to people that were making 3D printing things at home that were sponsoring the event, guys that were making trinkets and things for trails at home, all the mom and pop people, right? The grassroots that make the hobby what it genuinely is, not just the big manufacturers. We'll talk about that in a bit, but not just the manufacturers, but the people that make it so much enjoyable. And Brandon wakes up in the morning and he sends me a message. I already have like maybe 70 or 80 people, confirmed going and invited. And, I already had at least 2 or 3 sponsors starting. And Brandon goes like, shit, I guess we're starting. I guess we're doing an event. And I'm just like, sorry, bro. So dude, he was all for it. And he always has been, man. And that's what I'm getting at, man. It was never just me, yeah, maybe the idea, and the concept, but, having a brother like that treats my kids like his own, right? That took the time to understand their needs as autistic children, and then learn about it and not be naive and not be hypocritical about it. Like you don't find people like that every day in life. And so I was fortunate enough to find 3 more people, or 2 more, Eric and Jeff, Jeff joined on just right after the first year. We made Eric get hazed for about 2 years before we, gave him his official shirt, and it was probably a year overdue, honestly, but we make a great squad that really offers an honest, euphoric environment at our events where everyone is having a good time. I mean, there's people that they get super emotional. We buy our bikes out of our own pockets every year, and we donate to children with nothing to be expected out of it. So we'll literally have 5 or 6, 7, 8 bikes, I think, at one point, get all the kids up, and say, all right, who doesn't have a bike? 4 kids raise their hand. Cool. All 4 of y'all taking bikes home. Next, and we'll even go and buy helmets for them. I mean, like those are the things. We have manufacturers that will be like, yo, I can give you this. I can give you the top of the line this, or I can give you some of the mediocre, some and a bunch of small trinkets. I will take the small RCs and get those to the kids. No purchase necessary. Just be there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how we, promote the environment of progression, right? We would have a rig that we donate, an ideal rig, and all decked out, a autism themed rig that gets donated and raffled off. We have one of the biggest raffles that anyone will ever see in Northern California. I mean, even people that come in from other states are like, dude, I've never seen a raffle that big. Our raffles take 3 hours to get through. You know what I'm saying? It's an event in itself. Bring your pop-ups and your chairs and hang out and crack one, and let's just, give stuff away, and that's what it's about, man. And as we progressed over the years, we changed position. We outgrew our location and we went to another location, and that location allowed us to offer night crawling finally and camping, which changed the environment completely. Because now you have kids riding their bikes all night long. There's glow lights. My wife brings a big, huge blow up projector, and we play movies every night and popcorn. We make it a full weekend thing for the whole family to enjoy. Well, that was at Frank Rain's OHV Park in Patterson. Things went great there for a few years, and we left on great terms because it really was an amazing place, and it's always going to be our home in a way. But we had an opportunity because we're still growing, and with Crawford here, politely stepping down and finally throwing in the towel after an amazing, epic time of years and years and years that they've offered, the RC community. And we asked politely, all of the avenues to make sure it would be okay to maintain a event there, bringing the Autism Awareness Crawl to that location, which would be a more epic crawl for people, more space for camping, just bigger, right? We want to grow. And every year, the people that support us year after year have, seen it grow to what it is now. And it's just it's an amazing event, man. There's just no words that can honestly describe the feeling we get when we wrap up. And it's the 4 of us, we're sitting there and we're like in tears because this is like, man, this is amazing. It's been a great ride, and when you have great people next to you to enjoy that every step of the way, there's just nothing that money can buy to give you that feeling,
Wow. I'm getting emotional right now. I first want to say how happy I am to hear a progress report on your personal connection with your kids and that they benefited from their IEP so well. And me personally, my son is in the exact same boat. The spectrum is broad. For people not really familiar with autism, the spectrum is broad. You have nonverbal, high functioning. It's broad.
Right.
My son, through the hard work at his young age, and working with him so closely, he is doing phenomenal today. Going into 9th grade with very limited support.
I love it.
One of the main really important things that you guys are doing by bringing awareness, like you had said, Oscar, with your friends asking questions. Autism is one of those things that in most cases there's no visual trigger to let you see that something might be off.
Right. It's not like Down syndrome where someone has a physical appearance that would distinctify,
trigger
right?
you to maybe say something's off here. And that always scared me as my son would get older. I know they're working a lot more now with police officers and first responders today. I know it's getting better. But in some cases, a police officer might pull over an adult with some sort of level on the spectrum, and it might almost look like maybe he's intoxicated, maybe so impaired in some way. So now there's different things you want to look for. So it's important to have first responders trained on it, but also even have your friends. All my friends that have ever asked questions, I'm always trying to do the best I can to educate them. And I said, it's not just for my son. Be aware now when you're dealing with people in general. You never know where you are going to be at to come in contact with someone, and just always be mindful. Be patient. People are different, but not less.
Absolutely. I think you hit the nail on the head there, Mike, because there's such a huge influx in mental health, across the board, all across the US. And, for many years, this is after years and years of just the knowledge of ABA and autism and just mental health in general. For many years, people were going undiagnosed because, he's just a little different, or yeah, don't worry about it, he'll grow out of it, just a little overzealous, that was ADHD, that was, what I'm saying. So there's a lot of things that, they're over, I wouldn't say overgeneralizing and diagnosing, but the spectrum is so wide now, and it's widening by the day that, it's kind of hard. But, once and been around enough people with, that are affected by autism, you can tell there are some traits that kind of stick out to you. The social, inequity, the not wanting, the sensory needs, the even the way they're projecting and talking, there's a lot of it, the whole, bird's eye view of it. And for someone like my wife, myself and a lot of our guys, we kind of look at them and we're like, hey, dude, yeah, I know. Yeah, I see it, and we approach it differently. We go there and we help out, one of the biggest things that when you're expressing and talking about autism, in general, and I love that you mentioned this, is, the wanting to educate people in the first responders is a huge thing. Well, ASD Crawlers, every year we donate half of our funds to one location that does early intervention programs. These help children that have recently been diagnosed with autism and or mental health deficiency of some kind. Okay. The other half is that we donate we do the full circle, right? We start at the beginning, right? What happens towards the end? Well, the end for us, in essence, is kind of like, hey, when you're becoming an adult, right? You're trying to cram as much work as you can before you become adults. But unfortunately, there's a lot of adults that are affected by autism. And so we donate to a location called the Flyberry Foundation. The Flyberry Foundation works with special needs adults with things such as fitness camps, training seminars, speech seminars. They bring mentorship programs to talk, and they also work really closely with policing and first responding agencies to educate them on how to properly handle mental health needs and how to look for it. So again, we're just a drop in the bucket, but our goal has always been to do as much as we can with every single cent that we can get year after year, and that is, where our, everyone's money goes. And the great thing about it is that every year when we give those checks out, we love taking pictures. We'll make a video and all that, but it's not for us. That video, we don't go, hey, yo, check it out. Look what ASD did. Boom, check. No, we're like, hey, guys, check it out. All of your guys' hard work, all of you guys that came out to the event, bought raffle tickets, bought swag, and did this and that. This is your guys' money. This is your love and desire for what we do at work. Here it is, being handed over. We don't take any credit. The only credit that we can take is just for being ourselves.
Yeah, I think, learning more about autism and, your foundation and how you help people, it's just touching. It's good to see, and Mike knows this, we talk about this all the time. Everybody's in the hobby for a different reason. And, one of the reasons why I'm in the hobby is to prolong it for future generations, help RC enthusiasts, support when I can, and to hear your love and giving bikes away and giving stuff away to, people that aren't as fortunate as us, right? Looking at, buying trucks and stuff, expensive trucks, is really touching. It really shows that you guys care, support the event, and it's just a great cause. And we got a lot of your squad in here. I see Operation 11 Charlie joined us, Jeff Ramos, Tyler Slane, Joshua Hay, Brandon's in here, Crawler Cole. We got a lot of your squad in here as well.
All amazing people, man. Shout out to every single one of them, man. Jeff, Brandon, even I see RC
Next
I'll see you
Tuesday.
next Tuesday, man. Much love, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit in the comments as well. I love it, man. It's a great environment that we're able to create year after year. We have the event that brings, the awareness and whatnot, but then we also had another event we haven't had in a few years, but we have a second event that we have where we're not so nice and we're actually a little rude, and it's called Crawl Masters. So Crawl Masters was an event. Again, sorry, Brandon, I know I said, hey dude, you know what, you're gonna wake up to an event tomorrow. Same exact thing happened. I just did it twice, and so we created an event called Crawl Masters. When I wanted to crawl out every single body that thought they were the best crawler in California, Northern California, I'm like, all right, put your money where your mouth is. $50 to get in, 50 drivers, only 50 slots open. Run what you brung, or run your rig per these set of rules. Read in between any way you want. Best time takes the cash pot. So the first year we had it at Mount Diablo, man. I think it was like a $1,700 cash pot. We had people that were DNF, did not finish there. They would break down, on gate 2. We had 2 courses that year. The next year we had it, right off the coast of California, water crashing in behind us, and people, crawling, and you got the ocean right next to you as you're crawling, and you can slip and fall. Your truck is slipping and fall, but we don't play, like we have another side of us that, also has this like gritty street, let's do this, like I'm down, and we unfortunately we haven't had them in the last 2 years due to the pandemic and obviously the logistics now of me not being there, and what have you. But since we're all working, I'm hoping that we can do something in 2023 if it all works out. That'd be really cool. So who knows if the squad and I can make that happen with everything going on. But yeah. So, we're also into the no prep scene. We love drag racing.
Yeah, you guys are big into that, right?
Oh, we're huge. We love it. We're into drift cars. We're just into every aspect of the hobby. And right now, personally, I'm all over the RC lowrider scene. That's my gig right now,
Well, it's no secret now. ASD Crawlers, since you guys first got
Yeah.
turn it down. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, better.
Yeah, better.
ASD Crawlers, when you guys first started, there's a little bit of a change because now you went to Redcat, and then you have Eric with Gen Z's. So you guys are evolving. Like you said, the jobs are changing. You guys are changing.
Right.
Shows how much you guys are involved with the hobby in general. So
right.
There's no surprise that there's love for no prep and Impala 64 lowrider scene. Like you guys are all over the map.
Yeah, man. That job really kind of came out of nowhere. I moved to Arizona, and I get furloughed the first week I arrive. Really? Yeah, right in the middle of the pandemic. And so I reverted back to, the only other career I knew. At that time I was a project estimator for air conditioning, commercial building, replacements. I would do quotes and things like that. And so when I arrived, that job went bye-bye. And so I went back to work for General Motors. I spent 15 years with Chevrolet previously. I was a service manager and ran a great shop in Pittsburgh, California, and Hayward, California as well. And that was all I ever knew. And so I went back to it for a little bit, and I saw that Redcat had a sales opening. So, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. See if I can get some info. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, if they pay well right now, during the pandemic, anything, can beat what I'm getting right now. Maybe, maybe not. So, I reached out and the logistics, I was just at the end of the day, I was like, you know what, I'm good, dude. I don't really want to do sales. I appreciate it. I've been doing sales for too long. I'm just gonna keep doing it here, but thank you so much for the offer. And that was it. And I get a message out of nowhere like a month later from the owner of the company. Hey, this is such and such from Redcat. I thought he was a spammer, bro. Like I looked him up and I was like, he's got 5 or like 100 friends. Like this doesn't sound like the guy that owns Redcat. Why would he be hitting me up? That's stupid, right? Like and so I almost didn't respond to him for a while. And then after a little bit, I was like, I'll bite. You know what I'm saying? I was like, let's see, maybe it's a troll. I'm just gonna have fun with it. Sometimes you do that, with telemarketers, and so I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Then the more he talked, I was like, no, this is the guy, and he said, listen, we watch the show, we watch you on the RC Hangout, and I've been watching what you guys do at ASD for, some time now. And I have an idea. I want to bring you in and just have you do all of our social media. Would you be interested in that? And I was like, well, what do you mean? He was like, well, I want you to do everything social media related. So you control all the social media, posts, you comment, I need you to be the face of Redcat in a way, just handle that, And I was just kind of like, crap. Okay. Like let's okay. Yeah. All right, cool. That could work. That sounds fun. You know what I'm saying? So we talked numbers, we made it work. I come and start working. And one of the first things he says to me is like, listen, I want you to do a show for us. I was like, you want to do a show? He goes, yeah, kind of like how you guys do. I want to do a show for Redcat. I want Redcat to have their own show. I don't know what we're going to call it. I don't know what we're going to do, but we need to have a show. We need to have something. I think we're lacking that. I want more contact with our communities and our RC, fans and let them know that we're here, that we're attainable, and we're approachable. I was like, okay, I mean, that sounds kind of cool. So, I brought up a 720p, webcam, and we set it up, and it was grainy. It was horrible. It was the worst live feed you'd ever see. And we got some people on it, and it kind of grew from there, man. That was February of 2001. Sorry, 2021. And here we are. We're on episode officially 61, unofficially 68. So I've done 68 weeks of shows with Redcat Racing. Every Wednesday, we have a show at 3:30 p.m. Called Redcat Live, and we talk anything Redcat related, RC related, on new products coming out, product support. You want to learn how to, turn your Monte Carlo into a convertible? I'll do it, man. I'll risk my sausage fingers and show you guys how it's done, and hopefully, elevate those around us. Talk about events that I might have just participated in, maybe, cut videos. So I'm always cutting videos. I'm always taking pictures. I had to learn photography, from the ground up. All I've ever known for photography has been from my phone. And now I, have 2 or 3 different, cameras that I have. And, that's my passion right now. So my hobby is photography, and in fact, tomorrow I'm doing my first pinup shoot ever, so I'm going to do a portrait shoot of some pinup models, and that's kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. So, but yeah, man, it's been a good ride. Redcat has been awesome. Everyone that I work with they're awesome, genuine people. They're all RC people. Some of the fastest guys in Arizona within the 8 scale world actually worked or have worked or continue to work for Redcat. Billy Fisher was one of the world's, he raced at the world's race for the 8 scale buggies, many years in a row. And, he's in charge of the sales team, so we're all RC people that work there through and true, and we have engineers that are just as passionate about playing with our RC cars as they are designing them. So all of our RC cars now, within the last few years, are all designed in Arizona, here in the USA, distributed out of the USA. There's no more, buying someone else's design and rebranding, slapping it,
Well, that is super duper exciting. And I never knew the whole backstory, so very educational.
It's been a wild ride, man. It's been fun, it's been enjoyable, to work for the industry. Opened up my eyes in a lot of different ways, that I never would have otherwise.
Redcat the owner of Redcat was a genius to put you as this new face for them, because you're doing a great job, Oscar.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
It's not easy to do what you do. You make it look easy, but it is funny how much photography and RC go together, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, it's I've always been really great at taking pictures with my phone, and if you guys ever want to see it, it's ASD underscore crawlers underscore RC, right? ASD Crawlers RC. And I've always taken pictures. That's always been my thing with RC, but it's always been on the phone. Never really thought about picking up an actual camera. Or I'll give you an example. If you go to redcatracing.com and you look up any of the lowrider stuff, you're not going to know this upon looking at them, but because they're not labeled. But I want to say that there's at least 80% of the lowrider pictures on the website are pictures that I've taken personally. So, my picture, it's really cool to see that my pictures that I do every day make it on the website, and they're part of the product display images, or they're part of the hero images for that vehicle. Those are the things that make me go cool. Because when I look at RCs, when I see another company drop an RC and I see a picture, I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. I want that, and it's really awesome that someone looked at my picture and hopefully was like, that is badass. I'm buying that Impala right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, there's something that you can't explain. It makes you feel like a kid again.
Oscar, we just had a special request from Jeremy Kilburn. He said he can listen to your voice for days. Can you read the dictionary and send it to him?
So ironically enough, I'll show you guys, I'll turn around the camera, but I have a voice studio here in my studio where I'm at. And I do voiceovers. I've taken a break from it, because I got in an accident back in October that left me with 5 fractured ribs, but I need to get back into it. And I actually, ironically or not, would read erotic books. So they pay you
pleasant voice.
Yeah. So, so I just kind of want to do some RC stuff. Like, as I took off the 1.9 millimeter or the 1.9 tires, and I put the 0.5 driver as I inserted the screws, like where do you go with it? Because like you can go wild with it, and be like, oh my gosh, I just hit lipo cut off, it's fun, man. I get that a lot with my voice, and my wife's always like, we need to side hustle that voice of yours. We need to do this and that, we got to come up with some extra funds, some vacation money, sell that voice, and so, I did that. And then I played too much on TikTok, and now my wife's like, man, take your shirt off for TikTok, whatever it takes, just get those likes, like give mama that money, And I'm over here like, man, I ain't giving you nothing. I'm buying RC stuff, Right.
That's great.
Oh, geez.
That's great.
But yeah, man, it's it's still work at the end of the day, right? When you go in, you punch in, it still feels like work. You still have projects, you still have deadlines that have to get done. It's still crunch and it's still stressful. But there is a really cool feeling when you wake up every morning. You're like, yeah, I'm going to go work on what I love doing. My job is to play with RCs and film them and record them and manage, all of our social media platforms, which is a job in itself. Don't get me wrong. And half the time, even when I'm not supposed to, I'm on my phone cleaning things up as they happen. Cause you don't want disaster to happen when you're not watching. So, all in all, man, it's fun. I feel blessed. I definitely count my blessings every day, for it. And, I'm looking forward to just an amazing year. This year is going to be a really big breakout year for the ASD squad. This event in itself, it's going to be the first time at this location, which allows us for way more things happening. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 or 5 trails set up. We're going to have RC darts. If you guys were at Proline by the Fire, you guys saw the RC darts last year. We're going to have a ramp that's going to be hosted by, I believe, Bay Area RC Bashers. And there's going to be a bullseye, closest to the bullseye, right? We're going to have first, second, third place. Everyone gets 3 attempts. Run what you brung. Let's see it, right? We're going to have RC Drag Talk hosting a mini event of the Sand Drags. They're the guys that host, the family that hosts the King of the Streets event in Las Vegas, right? So they're going to come out. They're going to set that up for us. They're going to host it, and we're going to have, again, first, second, third place winner there, What else do we got going on? We have a sled pull challenge by Modesto was they called MRCC is the name of the group. Great followers from us since day one. So sled pull was introduced last year. It was a success. We're going to have it again this year. And I know I'm missing one. I'm missing an event. Tough Truck Challenge going on as well. And then we have Bay Area RC. They're going to have their own scale challenge as well. So we're talking like, and a Monster Jam, NorCal Monster Trucks. That's right. Forgot about that. So, I mean, we're talking about 5-6 mini events happening throughout the day. There's enough to happen where you can start your day in the morning, register, start into the mini events. And the mini events will run all the way through 4 o'clock. And then you can still crawl all night long on all the trails because the trails are going to be open. So we have people that are arriving as early as Friday and they're already enjoying the trails and helping us, manicure them as they go. I'm going to be, me and the team, majority of us are going to be on site starting Wednesday, and the event isn't even until Saturday. So that's, all of the work that comes in. We have our own PA system. We play music loud. We had a great, reggae vibe. We play country, hip hop, reggae, you name it. We rock. We just let the music blare all day long, and it's that kind of a cool environment. So Mike, you better come, bro. I'm telling you, man. Don't make me drive out there, Mike. I will drive out there and drag you.
I know. It sounds good. I'm sold.
I didn't think it was going to take much, to be honest with you.
Well, Pete, this is about the time we're going to have to give this guy the hook. Like you said, we could listen to this guy all day and all night.
I tell you, I think the voiceovers for the 1.9 wheels set the tone. You can take a whole RC car and probably come up with voiceovers. Right.
Well, guys, I'll leave you guys with this really quick, guys. Anyone that's looking for, any information about ASD Crawlers, you can find us on our website, asdcrawlers.com, or even asdcrawlersrc.com. We have both domains. You can find us on Instagram under ASD_crawlers_RC. And you can also find ASD Crawlers VP, which is Brandon as well. You have Eric, Black Turtle Garage, Jeff, Team Green RC. All of them have great content, ASD related all the time. You can find us on Facebook. We have multiple pages on Facebook under ASD. We have a public one, and we have a group. The group is a little more nerdy with RC stuff, while the public group is just information about the events mainly. We have an event link as well. If you want to pre-register, head on over to the website. If you want swag, we can ship it out to you. If you're going to order a hoodie or a shirt, just to support the event, obviously give us about a week after the event to start getting those things shipped out, as all of us are still living on site cleaning up. But other than that, man, come on out, let's have a good time, and let's keep it going, man. Let's keep these youngsters enjoying the RC hobby, and let's keep the positivity flowing like every day.
Oscar, bravo. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything. You're on a mission, and great work.
I appreciate you guys, man. It's really been an honor to be on here. Thank you guys so very much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it was good to hear about the event and everything you're passionate about. I just brought up one of your pages here, sharing the screen, one of the Facebook pages, and it was good to hear about the cause, how your squad is so into the event. Yeah, we're very grateful, and like Oscar said, tons of social media outlets here. You can see one up on the screen. And thank you for joining, and good luck with the event. I know, I work with Jeff on getting Treal sponsored. We got parts going out for the event, and it's just great to see how you're giving back to people, with the bikes and, just helping people out. And at the end of the day, Mike's a big advocate like me about just having fun, man, getting out there. We're grown men, just having fun, giving back to people that are less fortunate. And, I think you guys do a good job on that. So thank you for joining us.
Absolutely, man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for having me. And I hope you guys have a good, blessed rest of the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Oscar.
All right, guys.
Well, Pete, that was a mouthful. I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
I knew about the event and, just hearing it from him and the background and the Redcat background, and it was just great. And, we got a lot of people that hung around in the chat room, and, it was great to hear all the support that he gives to the community, the spectrum, and the awareness. And yeah, great guest, man. It's great to see everybody.
And that's a good point, Pete, because I kept saying him. It's not just him, and he knows how to remember to say thank you to everyone that circles him. They do it together. They all work well, and we spent the last hour talking about ASD Crawler and Foundation, and we'll have all the links to everything affiliated with them. We'll get it all updated on the show when we post it up tomorrow. But I think it's time we wrap up a couple of things here, Pete, just on the week in RC. Do you have anything on topic?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. I want to give out, before everybody starts peeling off, you want to give out that code for the Rebel? I got it right here.
Okay, if you got it, this is an important promo code, and this is for everyone that stuck around. This is from Jeff to you. Don't share it. You stuck around, you get it.
Great. Yeah, so Jeff Johns from Rebel RC was nice enough to give out a promo code for 10% off each item purchased. And the promo code, all caps, is RAD-RC Show, RAD-RC Show. So that's 10% off any item. So everybody out there that's interested in Rebel, but it's not just a Rebel Con. It's a great website if you haven't been to it. Tons of parts, hats, all kinds of gear, scale items. So 10% off, use code RAD-RC Show. Thank you, Jeff Johns and Rebel RC, for providing that. Yeah, it was, it's an interesting, we're still in a year of the micro, right? We talk about FMS, we talk about blowing up FMS. I took your suggestion, I went to Tinkertown, got the little rear cage in the mail. If you guys haven't checked out Tinkertown, good.
Time.
Tinker Time. And then I got some new Treal wheels in there. They accent nice on the body. So yeah, I got some good stuff. I got shocks. I got all types of stuff in the mail. It's always good to come home on vacation. Shocks, some nice. These shocks, real quick before we get off the trail topic. These shocks are pretty good because they come with multiple spring options. Definitely something to check out. And what about the Element drop? That was big this week. The Element axles from Treal.
Oh my gosh. Yes, aluminum Treal dropped aluminum axles for the Element. And that has been a long time waited. We've been hoping and looking, and that you're right, Pete, that is a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it was just released, and it's going to be, we're going to do a feature for all our viewers. We're going to get the axles on the show, Mike and I. We're going to get sets and we'll put them up on the show. And then also the FMS line, Portal gears were just released the other day, and also the Portal covers. I mean, sold out in 2 days. So yeah, keep an eye on Treal, doing well. And that's really all I got, still building and working on some things. I got the Jimmy done, and, so keeping busy. What about you on your end?
Honestly, we did get this installed. The prize that we're playing for right now, the giveaway, sponsored by Powerhobby, is their new budget-friendly 88 MG. We will post it up. I did do a post today on my Instagram page with the specs on this thing, and impressive specs for a budget-friendly servo. Like I said, coming in around $30. It's an option. There are people out there that, budget conscious, that don't need to drop $150 on a servo every time. Great option right here from Powerhobby. So that is exciting. I got my Rift right here. I don't want to pull it down. I did want to talk about it a little bit, but I think the reason I wanted to talk about the Rift was because it was an Autism Awareness theme build, and I thought maybe it would have been appropriate to bring it down, but I'm not going to get it right now.
I love what you, I mean, my favorite part about that build is the wraps and how you did the color, you know, the dye for the autism colors. But then when you did the wheels, I know I'm going to get you excited to pull it down. But then when you did the wheel combination with the Treal colors, that rift is just looks great, man. And I knew you were going to pull it down anyway. But yeah, it goes with the theme of autism. And I think for your first time dying, I mean, that truck is just something else. I mean, and then you interchange the colors of the wheels. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, nice build, man. I like the wrap too, the custom wrap that you got done.
Yeah. Thank you, Pete. Yeah, good commentary there. And you pointed out all the highlights from the wheels to the wrap to dyeing a cage. A lot of firsts. Never dyed a cage before. So that was kind of exciting. But the only thing I wanted to do this week right now, Pete, was to just give out the letter. I think the way that we're going to run our contest, the option to win this week's sponsoring Powerhobby, we're going to give a letter. The letter for this week is the letter B, and we are not going to write this anywhere. This is for all the people that have stayed to the end of the show and grinded, suffered through us, and made it to the end. The letter of the week is the letter B. B as in boy. So tune in next week. It will be a 4-letter word. So over the next 4 weeks, we will come back full circle. If you guess all 4 letters correctly and tell me what word it spells, you will get the servo.
That's great. Yeah, and you know, it's a simple contest. Just tune in each week, and once we get to the 4th letter, the first person and you know get it correctly wins that Powerhobby prize. And you know, Powerhobby's been unleashing some cool stuff lately, man. You know, daily, weekly, you know, I just see Powerhobby stuff popping up. I mean, I'm just loving these mud bosses. I'm hooked. I bought a second set, you know, the tires, and yeah, keep an eye on Powerhobby also.
From wheels, tires, all the new batteries, different servos, tools. Yeah, Powerhobby has been on fire.
Yeah, they just been on fire releasing stuff. And so yeah, I mean, you know, looking forward to, you know, future weeks. I mean, as far as guests, you know, I know we talk about it when we wrap up. I mean, you know, we got some good people that are, you know, possibly coming on the show. You know, we're going to get Jeff Johns on, talking with Castle, get them on. You know, we got some good stuff coming up. So definitely subscribe, you know, follow the channel, set your notifications, tell your friends. And
Peter, the Castle show, that is 100% going to happen. And when the Castle show happens, they are bringing some very cool, special first announcements. And that means the new stuff that they're dropping, you'll only hear it here first.
oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's exciting.
I'm excited about that. You know, it's always good to hear new technologies coming out, and you know, you and I have been grinding every week, and you know, I just can't believe the year of the micro. I mean, I still can't get over it. I mean, you know, as I look at my 10 scales, I mean, I haven't touched a 10 scale. All I've been doing is working on FMS and working on these micros. I mean, I got something that you and I talked about a while. You remember the MOG? I found a light option with the siren.
No way.
So I just got this from Amazon today. I'm gonna have to tinker with it, but these actually, I know you were talking about the revolving, so I'll have to let you know how that goes.
Oh,
You know, the money we spend on little things. And I found Powerhobby drive shafts.
nice.
Yeah, these came in a while ago. I never got to. I got parts all. I got a box like you. I just find stuff throughout the week. But yeah, you know, good show this week. Thank you for everybody. I see a lot of people. Size Matters, that Rift is gorgeous. He just got his FCX today, actually. Size Matters. Good luck with it, man. You're gonna love it. Operation 11 Charlie hung in for the whole show. Brandon, the whole squad from ASD, Andrew, Richie. Yeah, a lot of people. Thanks for tuning in. And like Mike said, got a lot of good guests coming up, and we got the contest going on, and you know, we'll do our best to, you know, help out URC enthusiasts with any codes we can, any contests. We do the show for you. So, you know,
Obviously, if somebody's tuning in, you know, we've reached out to a few people, just like guests that watch, and we're lining up opportunities with guests that watch the show to come on and be a guest. So, you know, thank you to everyone that supports this. You know, if you've been watching from the beginning, we've come a long way, and we appreciate the comments, the feedback, the criticisms. We can learn from it, and we can't thank you enough.
yeah. Thank you, everyone. And, you know, it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow. Hopefully get the trucks out, you know, share your adventures and keep having fun, man. That's what the hobby's all about. And we'll see you guys on the next show, man.
Listen, Pete, remind everybody it's not live next Saturday.
Oh yeah, next Saturday we're taking a week off, and we'll pick up the following weekend, and we'll have a guest lined up.
We can try Friday or Sunday again.
Yeah, we might change. Just you know, we like to post Wednesday, Thursday. So look for our next post. If we do a Friday or Sunday, change it up. Mike's got some obligations, so we don't like to cancel the show. So if we can make it work, Friday or probably Sunday might work. Just look for the post during the week.
Perfect.
And you guys share your adventures and have fun in the industry.